Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Top of the morning to you, everyone. Check your time, 7:02 a.m. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. And of course, today is the second day in the month of May 2025. And on front page review, I try as much as possible to give you all of the news, all of the gist that you need to gather on the morning before you set sail for your daily whatever. Okay, everyone, good morning to you once again, wherever you are listening to my voice. Top of the morning to you again and again and again. Okay, quickly, I will punch it this morning. And when I say punch it, I mean I will begin with a Punch newspaper now. Big headlines as usual. Big headlines. Tinubu's reforms will ease costs of living very soon, says Onanuga. APC debunks Dalong's claim of, what do we have there? APC debunks Dalong's claim of cabal in Tinubu's government. And then, federal government plans 77,400 housing units nationwide. Police hunt Yahoo boy after lover found dead in Bayelsa hotel. And then, government threatens market closure over environmental violations. Then we have another one here on defamation. Natasha to appear in court on Tuesday. Nigeria's petrol price 55% below West African average, according to Dangote. And then, NDLEA intercepts Saudi-bound pilgrims with drugs. 7 banks reserves with CBN surge to 18.8 trillion naira. 7 banks reserves with CBN surge to 18.8 trillion naira. Terrorists eyeing Nigeria West African coastline. According to the US, it says terrorists eyeing Nigeria West African coastline, according to the United States of America. To some more stories now, still with Punch newspaper here. APC debunks Dalong's claim of cabal in Tinubu's government. And then, Plateau APC splits over move to woo Muswang. Labour Party caretaker panel accuses Abure of sabotage. I am depending on God for my re-election, says Governor Oti. Ameti backs Tinubu's policies, but says masses not benefiting. North Central APC minister trade words over 2023 governorship election. Buratai hails Tinubu's economic policies as at Ameti's birthday lectures. Buratai hails Tinubu's economic policies at Ameti's birthday lecture. Coalition against Tinubu in 2027 will fail. That is according to an APC chieftain there. And then finally here, you can't give students loans in a broken economy. ASU President Piwuna is the one speaking. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. We move quickly now to the Nation newspaper now. The Nation newspaper now. How we are bringing Almajiri back to school by NBAIS registrar. Doctors give federal government 4-week ultimatum to address demands. Pension industry grows. Pension industry shows growth amid calls for improved oversight. Federal government doesn't want Nigerians to burden other countries, says Bagudu. Yeah. Well, let's leave it there. That's the more I can give you from the Nation newspaper. And so I quickly want to move from the Nation newspaper to the Sun newspaper. 2027 presidency. APC mounts pressure on PDP governors to decamp. Police arrest fake spiritualist for swindling businessman of about 70 millionaire. Our businesses on life support. This is according to manufacturers and SMEs, and of course SMEs. Yeah, it says our businesses on life support. Manufacturers, SMEs cry out. Atiku, Amechi, El-Rufai, Sanusi slam Tinubu's government. And then marketers unite to tackle losses from petrol price fluctuations. To some more politics now, Atiku Amechi El-Rufai, Sanusi slam Tinubu's government. I gave you that earlier, it's coming again. Presidency APC mounts pressure on PDP governors to decamp. Benue APC chieftain dispels rumors of defection. Nigerians in diaspora endorse Tinubu's second-term re-election bid. Nigerians in diaspora. Yes, oh. Okay, we move on now. Ex-APC legal advisor dismisses claims of Tinubu weaponizing poverty. 2027, Obi will floor Tinubu in Southeast, South-South. Shares votes with him in Southwest. 2023 Labour Party Guba candidate is the one speaking here. He said in 2027, Obi will floor Tinubu in Southeast, South-South. Shares votes with him in Southwest. Yes, that is according to 2023 Labour Party Guba candidate. VOP 90.3 FM. Let me let everyone know that I will be having a conversation with Rufai this morning. Yeah, Rufai Oseni will be talking to me much later, a couple of minutes. Then after Rufai Oseni, I'll be having Frank Ayala. Frank Ayala will be joining us this morning, everyone. I'll just want you to go to YouTube and watch us live, okay? And get all of the information that you need this beautiful morning. Okay, let's touch on Vanguard newspaper now. Vanguard is next. On WAEC, parents hires thugs to assault vice principal for preventing cheating. Parent hires thugs to assault vice principal for preventing cheating. Nigeria affected as Saudi Arabia suspends block walk visa. Federal government's gas-powered vehicle runs into major hitch nationwide. Federal government's gas-powered vehicle scheme runs into major hitch nationwide. And then debt burden, no sin in borrowing, says presidency. No sin in borrowing, says presidency. Amechi gave Tinubu dose of his own medicine, says Shoyinka. Amechi gave Tinubu dose of his own medicine, says Shoyinka. Yes, Nigeria affected as Saudi Arabia suspends block walk visa. Will not let Trump whitewash the history of apartheid in South Africa. There's another one here. Then stock market investors gained 3.9 trillion naira in May amid global uncertainties. As regards Mokwa flood, death toll rises to 153. Forgive not the APC, pardon not the opposition. It's a very beautiful piece you might want to grab and read this morning. Forgive not the APC, pardon not the opposition. Dangote refinery can meet region's needs. ECOWAS president speaks. In search of cheap cooking oil, many families consume red oxide unknowingly. It's a sad one. It's a sad one. Amechi gave Tinubu dose of his own medicine, says Shoyinka. Coalition against Tinubu will fail. APC chieftain tells Atiku and others. ADC Obasanjo aligned untainted by APC. Yeah. It's a Atiku Obi El-Rufai, possible 2027 aspirants. Okay, it's a big one there. Then PDP, how Makinde Wike fell apart. Nigeria's democracy under state capture. PDP BOT chair Wabara is the one speaking here. Debt burden, no sin in borrowing, according to presidency. Gunmen hijack Enugu-bound traders boss in Benue. Shoot woman and abduct others. Why we are rationing water supply to Abuja residents, says Wike. Why we are rationing water supply to Abuja residents, according to Nyesom Wike. Falana to Tinubu, end ECOWAS court judgment. Now, that's what it is. 7:13 a.m. Let's see if we can touch on some stories. The Guardian is next now. Kalu declares public holiday to mourn 22 athletes killed in auto accident. Police arrest 2 over kidnap murder of bank manager in Onitsha. Lagos tasks residents on good sanitation practices to reintroduce monthly environmental exercise. Ex-lawmaker inaugurates police station to combat insecurity in Edo community. Setbacks along coastal road will be enforced, Tinubu warns. Boost for maritime security as Navy commissions new ships and helicopters. FCT community decries neglect, demands schools for children. Motorcyclist dies after crashing into flour-laden truck. NDLEA dismantles drug syndicate using Hajj pilgrims as careers. And then Kaduna moves to tackle teenage pregnancy. Others using SFH model. This is Voice of the People, and we are 90.3 FM from the Guardian newspaper. We will move quickly now to Daily Post. Yeah, Daily Post has got big headlines for us. Residents groan as car thefts surge in Federal Capital Territory. Residents groan as car theft surges in Federal Capital Territory. And then, as regards flood, Niger devastation. Kano storms raise questions after government preparedness. Niger devastation. Kano storms raise questions about government preparedness. Nigeria's petrol price 55% below West African average, according to Dangote. Over 25 killed as suspected herdsmen attack Benue communities. Mokwa flood update. 2 more bodies recovered. Total 153, according to Niger government. And then to some more national stories now. In Kano, athlete deaths avoidable. NNPP chieftain blames poor roads. 2 communities trade blames as hoodlums destroy school property in Umuahia. Benue insecurity. Catholic priests bemoan government silence on herdsmen attacks. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway unfinished, unfit for commissioning. NEFCA is the one speaking. Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway unfinished, unfit for commissioning. May 30th, Cedar Home compliance shows Biafra is a living spirit. This is according to IBOB. And then over 25 killed as suspected herdsmen attack Benue community. That story is coming again. Tinubu surrounded by wrong people should rejig cabinet. Ado Ibrahim speaking. Tinubu surrounded by wrong people should rejig cabinet, according to Ado Ibrahim. And then Amechi can't be taken seriously. APC chieftain Joe Ibokwe is speaking. Amechi can't be taken seriously, according to APC chieftain Joe Ibokwe. Ex-environmental minister Abdullahi resigns from APC over personal reasons. And then re-electing Tinubu gets more federal projects. Ganduje, deputy speaker Kalu tells Southeast. Re-elect Tinubu, get more federal projects. Ganduje, deputy speaker Kalu tells Southeast. APC reveals reason for Dogara's appointment as NCGC chair. 2027, my second term bid for office lies in God's hand. Governor Alex Oti is speaking here.
I traveled all through the night. Secondly, right, some stories making the rounds this morning. Sorry, my voice is quite gone. The very first story making the round will be that of Kano. It's a very sad one, the accident that happened, the sad loss of life. And there are many questions we would like to ask. Is there not a better way to have transported the people back home? Possibly through a bus that traveled overnight? Because it was said that that accident happened around 12:30. It must be through a bus that traveled all through the night. Secondly, we hear the families and the victims are giving 1 million naira. The question is, what can we do to have averted that? How long will the 1 million naira go in the lives of these victims? We also hear that the Ogun state government has sent a delegation down. I mean, that's a thoughtful one, but what are we going to do to be able to avoid things like that? The question is, we also hear that it was one driver that had driven all through all this journey. And probably maybe he was tired. They also talked about speeding and all of that. The question we should just think about is, how can we avoid such a thing? Because it's one too many in the lives of our people. And it's a sad affront to the National Sports Festival that it ended with such a sad accident. A faction of Afenifere has come out to say that President Tinubu's first term is, what's it called, President Tinubu's first 2 years is woeful. And they've not been able to achieve much and all of that. Because if you remember, another faction of Afenifere had come out to say, yeah, the president has tried his best and all of that. But what this faction is saying that this term is woeful. His first 2 years is woeful. That he couldn't get anything done and all of that. So you can see now that there's now been two factions. And the two factions are snowballed into chaos in trying to understand the state of play of things. And it's another very sad reminder. And if we don't get things done properly, then definitely we might not move forward. And we're not able to achieve success as a nation. Somebody called me yesterday from Benue that there's been another attack and all of that. Maybe when other news agencies pick it up, we'll be able to talk about it. And there's also a bomb blast that hit Borno bus stop. 9 people fell dead, which is another reflection of the insecurity going on. At least 9 residents have been found dead following detonation of IED at Marare village. It looks to Gunzambala local government area. So these are sad indications of things that are happening. And we must also be careful as regards this scourge in our country. Mohamed Abdullahi, former environment minister, resigns from APC. Former environment minister Muhammadu Buhari has resigned from APC. Was initially appointed as Minister of State for Science and Technology before he was redeployed to the Environment Ministry. So he's resigned from APC now. And let's hear all of this pans out. And Femi Falana is saying something that Nigeria is top in the list of countries disregarding ECOWAS judgment. How would that not be the case when the local government rules of financial, when the court rules, Supreme Court rules for financial autonomy, and the local government cannot even uphold it? So it speaks volume about even financial autonomy and the local government's structure and the courts. So we don't really disagree with ECOWAS ruling. We don't uphold ECOWAS. We also don't uphold our own Supreme Court ruling. And that's the sad thing about Nigeria. So there's been a lot of insecurity. I'm sure the story, because the person that was telling me the story of what happened in Benue, in fact, he even sent me pictures, but he didn't send the location. Said it happened around 6 p.m. thereabouts. I'm sure probably when it gets reported properly, will be able to pick this up and verify and investigate. That's another very sad one. Natasha Akpoti will appear in court on Tuesday over this information, this back and forth between her and Senator Papi. But she's granted an interview where she stated the fact that it was the Sandra Duru that was trying to ask her for money. And she stated all what transpired. So let's see how this court case pans out. Let's see what happens as regards our court case. But all we keep calling for is that justice must be done. And justice is essential in matters like this. That's all we keep calling for at a time like this. As regards the Niger flooding, a resident of Mokwa, Alassane Kalu, said they recovered 2 corpses on Sunday and they had almost decayed. He said the corpses were a little girl and an adult. He said they are still in search of more bodies. He said they are still searching for missing people. As a result, he said there are fears of a disease outbreak as 2 or more bodies were recovered beneath the bridges and they were decaying. He said over 1,000 communities in 117 local government areas will witness heavy flooding this year. That's what the federal authorities are saying. And that's why I'm saying, please, in VOP here, if we can raise money for the victims of the flooding in Niger,
of course,
and send relief material. This is what I normally do. I remember when the IDP situation happened in Benue close to 10 years ago. I partnered with the Catholic Church. We donated clothes items, but I don't know who we're going to partner, who's going to take it down there. I partnered with the Catholic Church. We donated clothes items there, and we took it to people in Benue. In fact, I haven't got a certificate for it. I partnered with CESO, an IDP foundation. So we must do more for these people. And it's a very sad one that this is happening. Bayo Odunuga is saying Tinubu's reform will ease cost of living. So we are waiting to see when the cost of living will reduce, but it's still up at this point in time. Things are still very tough and painful for the people. And it's not an easy one for them, for their lives and for their prospects as we speak. It is well this morning. I struggle to be here, but it is well. Bless you.
I can understand. Yeah. Be strong soon, okay? Thank you so much for still finding time to talk to us this morning on the show. Thank you so much indeed. All right, this is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Like I told you, I want to talk to another analyst. Yeah, he is a political enthusiast, and of course, he's a banker. Some of you don't know. Let me just let you know, Frank Ayala will be joining us just right now on the show. Okay, but everyone feel free, like I said, get to YouTube and join the conversation. Yeah, YouTube is VOP 90.3 FM. You can watch us live there, and of course, do drop your comment. Yeah, Frank Ayala is with me right now. Top of the morning to you, and welcome.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Okay, Frank, are you there? Can you hear me? I can hardly hear you. Are you there? Good morning to you.
Good morning. Are you hearing me
Okay.
now?
Let me do this quickly. Okay. Talk to Nigerians. Good morning to you.
Good morning, my people. Good morning, Judy. Good morning, listener.
Good morning. So good to have you join us, Frank Ayala.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Let's get talking. We have a couple of stories though, but let's just touch on them one after the other. Let's talk about the issue of cabal in Tinubu's government, the APC has dismissed the allegations by Solomon Dalong, who is a former Minister of Youth and Sports Development, alleging that a powerful cabal has taken over President Bola Tinubu's government. He is dismissing that allegation, and he says it's not true at all. What do you think? How would you look at that statement where Dalong is actually dismissing that claim totally?
Thank you very much, Judy, for this. From our understanding, with the little we know about politics, issue of cabal has been there for years. When Yaradua were sick, our former president, may he rest in peace, what we heard that cabal have taken over the presidency. The cabal then was headed by, according to them, Yaradua's wife.
Okay.
Yeah. When Jonathan came, we also hear about issue of cabal. When Buhari came, we also hear issue of cabal. So, the issue of cabal in Aso Rock, for me, if you look at people that are ruling us, you look at their age. For example, let's take our current president. He's of age. So at this level, you need to rest more than working. So people might likely take decision for him and write the memo. People that write the memo are the cabal. He doesn't write memo, he might let you go through the memo. You only take briefing from them. Subject to the briefing, they will write something on that memo and you will approve. So issue of cabal in government house is not a new thing. He has been there and will continue to be there for life. As long as there's government, except for a viable person who has the health, who is very strong mentally, emotionally, and physically, that can go through those memo of the ministry before you approve. Like what Jonathan said, that sometimes he don't sleep till maybe around 3 a.m. in the morning because he needed to go through some memo to have understanding of how the memo were put together before approval. Yes, people will be taking the money without you knowing, and the blame will be coming to your desk. So issue of cabal is not new. So if the current presidency, if they are saying there is no cabal, if Lalong is saying there is no cabal now, I will still not trust, I will still not believe it. Because we can't do away with, we can't do without cabal.
So you believe so strongly that there is cabal in Tinubu's government?
Yes, they must. They must.
Okay. In your own opinion, what's the cabal for? Is it those who are working, these insider guys who are working as regards the coalition, or what is it exactly?
Judy, when you are looking at the structure of government, you are looking at about 6 or 7 people who are in government. Who are the people that take job of government? Number 1, the president. Number 2, you are the senior president. Number 2, you are the vice president. If really they allow the vice president to do his job. Do you know that the vice president, when people are calling on the economy, I'm looking at people that are calling the presidency. The vice president is the chairman of Economic Council of Nigeria. So he ought to be his job, aligned to do their job because they will be so powerful. That is what leads to the crisis between Atiku and Obasanjo. Because the vice president is the chief economic officer of the government, is the chairman of National Economic Council. So, who are the cabal? Sometimes you hear the kitchen cabinet. Who are the kitchen cabinet? The Attorney General, the Chief of Staff, the Minister of Internal Affairs, the CBN governor, that's what that control the flow of the currency. Then the Minister of Finance. Sometimes they bring in some agency like custom. You get it now.
Of course.
That's why some minister might never see the president or maybe the Federal Executive Council meeting. All of them pass through the memo through the Chief of Staff. So whatever the chief of staff decides the president to see or to approve, that's what they approve. So there's a kitchen cabinet which we know as the cabal. There must be cabal.
There must be cabal, according to you.
Yes. So most time the work of those cabal is not for the betterment of the nation. It's for their interest. They are the one plotting the direction of the movement of the president. Oh, you can't see this, you can see this. Oh, the government must go to this direction. Oh, those are people that select who they want to be powerful. So Emefiele was one of the cabal of Buhari.
Okay.
How about Kyari? There's one guy called Tunde. There's Mama Daura was the head of the cabal.
Okay.
In Buhari government. So there must be cabal. Why Tinubu is not ruling now? Because Tinubu himself was head of cabal before, so he know how to dismantle them. He know how to circumvent some of their movements. That's why Lalong said there is no cabal in Tinubu government.
But the APC has come out to tell Nigerians that there is nothing like cabal in this government. Nothing at all.
Okay, Judy. There is nothing like cabal. Let's go through memory lane. Were you aware that there was no bidding in coastal Lagos Calabar coastal line?
Okay.
That the Minister of Work only just get a memo to approve it to. How did the memo get to the president for approval? There is cabal. Then you go and sit down one corner. I don't like where people come out to deny the obvious. Cabal is not a crime. Cabal is not a crime. When it becomes a crime is when people are not using it to better the Nigerian people. Then do it to their own personal self.
Frank Ayala, the presidency and the APC have intensified pressure on governors of the PDP to defect to.
Judy, when people say the presidency have intensified pressure for them to decamp, okay, look at I stumbled into a post yesterday, one of the social media page. He said the conspiracy of the North and the foolishness of the South. That's how the guy titled it. Maybe I need to explain that pressure. He said the conspiracy of the North and the foolishness of the South. Judy, when Jonathan was our president, the North, who have only one agenda, they want to take over the presidency, they recruited some foolish people from the South. All of us, we have their name. This our current president was one of the people they recruited. They recruited some greedy people from the South. This is our current president, His Excellency. Our president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was one of those people they recruited from the South. Amechi was among.
Okay.
Adegbetola was one of those people they recruited. I remember one of Adegbetola's coach. We don't need good law, we need good government. Unfortunately, he was Minister of Internal Affairs for 8 years. We did not see anything good near his territory. Even passport we are taking eternity to get today. Tunde Ojo have 6. So when I look at that post, he said the conspiracy of the North and the foolishness of the South. So the president have seen that thing. That's why he's trying to recruit people from the South to wedge against what they are taking in the North. So I believe it. Because the next election is going to be between the South and the North.
Okay.
2 lines.
Okay.
And it's dangerous to our democracy. We will not be talking of competency. Today, the way we are structured, the government have only 2 key deliverables, KPI, 2, the welfare and the security of the people. Today, security, I listen to Rufai, how dead body has been discovered in Mokwa. The flood that we know that it will come every year to year, we cannot provide solution to it. Why? Today, I read a report recently. Abuja said they are actually the supply of water to Abuja residents.
Yeah, of course.
Very shameful. Every ministry in Nigeria has water resources ministry. Every government, they are voting billions in that ministry. We are not getting. Jude, do you have government water in your house?
Not at all.
So that is the issue. The issue. This government has failed woefully. Because people expected so much from me because we understand from our thinking that since you have seen what before Obasanjo, you see that of Yar'Adua, you see that of Buhari, you see that of Jonathan, he will come out to be a better person. Today, what are we seeing? The cost of things, the cost of living is on the roof, going towards the sky. So He can coerce every governor to the camp, but the governor, you shouldn't forget, the governor of their cabinet is less than 1% of total voting capacity
But
of each
hold on.
state.
But hold on. Do you really think more governors of the PDP will decamp or defect to the APC? It's not about the governors alone. The governors, once they decamp, they'll carry some other persons alongside now, you know. So, but do you really think that some persons, I mean, some of these PDP governors are still ready to leave the PDP to the APC?
Yes. Yes, Judy, I believe it, and I'm seeing it. If you listen to Pastor Enoch, is it Pastor Enoch of Akwa? Do you listen to him? He said he's working with APC to secure a second-term addition, second-term tickets. That means he's not sure that he's going to get it.
Okay.
But if that is true, that means our democracy is heading towards the graveyard. Where people are now relying on the president or the central to determine who rule the people. So that means the vote of the people does not count. That's the danger of it. That is the danger of it. That's why we are shouting. When the House of Rep wanted to be smarter than themselves by introducing sanction for not voting. The same people were not implementing a sanction against INEC, who will declare the wrong result as against what the people wanted. The same INEC, we are not talking of the judges. Do you see Edo Tribunal? The law is very clear on weakness appearance. When I bring a certified people, I don't need a weakness to come and testify. If I bring a CTC of the INEC, certified copy of INEC, I don't need a weakness. But a judge sit down there and said PDP could not prove their case. There was no weakness to testify, and that he went to appeal court. Appeal court affirmed that useless judgment. Judy, our political elites are taking a serious risk. When they say risk, you see what happened in Kenya. May God not let it happen here. Because when you push people to the wall, Baba, there will be reaction. You know why? The law is very clear on weakness box. I bring a certified copy of what I may declare, and a judge told me that I couldn't bring a witness to come and testify. Did that give a witness for a CTC? So when the governors are fighting to the APC, they have also seen that they can muzzle them out. That the voice of the people will not, the vote of the people will not count.
Okay, Frank, let's look at some more stories. You know, in a verge to sway some other persons across Nigeria to join the APC, the people of the Southeast have been urged to partner President Bola Tinubu in the development of the country and to vote in bloc for him in 2027. You know, Ganduje was represented by the Southeast Zonal Chairman of the APC, Ima. You know, he appealed to the people of the Southeast to give 99% of their votes to President Bola Tinubu. In fact, he promised them. He said that they should re-elect Tinubu and get more federal projects. This is Ganduje and, of course, the Deputy Speaker, Kalu, telling the entire Southeast to re-elect Tinubu and get more federal projects in the Southeast.
Judy, recently I stumbled into what Odumeje said, that all Nigerians are illiterate. I try to wonder, with all the level of university and educations, but with what Ganduje and Kalu said now, I think they have just given a verdict. They've given flesh to what Odumeje said. How will Gandola, a machine in camera putting dollar into a parachute is coming to tell you who to vote for, and he thinks the South is their fools? Judy, if you travel from from Lagos to Benin, you have 46 police checking point, 46. 46 police checking point. And if you travel from Abuja to any part of the north with all the security, it's insecurity, you will see a very lesser checking point. Why? The South is being intimidated on daily basis. They are being coerced on daily basis. to align with the central. It's not today. They have been there during the government. Where are the federal projects in the southeast? How are those federal projects translated to the life of a common man? Today, if you go in Lagos, you can see pure water for 15 naira. In southeast, you see pure water for 100 naira. Because the federal project they are talking about. And then again, the southeast has two options. Either to vote for their brother who is a southerner, or you vote for somebody who you don't know. How? I listened to somebody in the, I think it was one of your sister television station. He said by Tinubu tenure in 2027, democracy will have been 28 years. In that 28 years, the South are taking 17 years. In the 17 years, one particular region was taking 12 years. This same region that Ganduje is saying they should vote for Tinubu has not taken one tenure. That makes you to start thinking, does this people actually think? That is also not to say that the Messiah is going to come from Southeast. No. Okay. What we are saying, fair equity. Because if you look at the way the coalition is going, for me, it's not something good in sense of productivity and every command, just to grab power. Just to tell you what I also need to. So what am I saying? Ganduje shouldn't even be the one to come to the public to talk.
Okay.
Is it the House of Friends that were pushing? The deputy House Speaker, House of Friends that were pushing to punish Nigeria for not voting. People that their vote has not been counting.
Some persons are calling for the reshufflement of the president's cabinet. You know, I recall the Young Progressive Party, YPP presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Malik Ado Ibrahim, has faulted the composition of President Bola Tinubu's cabinet and is asking the Nigerian leader to reshuffle his team. If Tinubu must get it right, he should reshuffle the entire cabinet. Do you think that will help?
What the Nigerian average? You know what I like about this country? Do you know why I like these Nigerian people? Why I like our people? Nigerian people are not asking for too much, They are just asking for basic things of life.
Okay. Hello? Hello?
Regulating body between two individuals that are going to go into business. Today, where is our judge? Where is our court? Our court is equal to zero. As of today. If you listen to Amnesty report at that time, at the highest level of corrupt, they are corrupt. So now, what is the YPP? What I say? That is the YPP that produce Ifa Uba. That don't get to that want to go and get APC tickets. So Tinubu cabinet is not the issue. The issue is people that are there. If they are not performed, can the president please reject them? There are some ministers can never get their name because anything. So if you are saying the president is
hello, Frank.
To appoint whoever I want to appoint because the ones.
Hello. Okay. I think we have to reconnect quickly. But everyone, feel free to join the conversation. This is Front Page Review on VOP 90.3 FM. I'm having this conversation with a political analyst, okay? And I told you his name is Frank Ayala. We're looking at some of the headlines this morning on the show, okay? Yeah, we're looking at headlines. We're looking at some of the headlines this morning. Feel free to join the conversation via YouTube. It's VOP 90.3 FM. VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube, and then WhatsApp number is 081-717-56338. Again, 081-717-56338. Okay. Yeah. So you can just call in and or send a message for now, because I won't be able to take your calls for now. Let me have a conversation. Let me just put up, try and see if I can connect with Frank Ayala, and let's have this conversation together. All right, this morning. VOP 90.3 FM. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Something beautiful is happening on YouTube, everyone. You need to go check that out. Yeah, get to the comment section and see something really, really funny. Really funny, I must say. Okay? Okay, but then, while trying to connect with Frank Ayala, let me also open up the studio lines and get your views, okay? Yeah, let's get your views, your take, and your observation on the show this beautiful morning. Of course. 081-717-56338 is the number to call. 081-717-56338 is the number to call, so we can talk, right? Like I told you, WhatsApp 081-717-56338. 081-717-56338. I beg you, move away from your radio set or turn down the volume just about 2 minutes. Yeah, I think we'll give everyone 2 minutes this morning. 2 minutes to have your say and just go straight to the point. Thank you so much. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning.
Good morning.
You have Mr. Mbako from Elasamata.
Good morning.
Yeah, Ikamijide, concerning the audios of Kalu. You remember when Kalu thought that the APC gave him a speaker, that is the Senate president. And he came in social media crying, sharing tears, because they couldn't give him Senate president. Now it seems like the Tinubu or the APC have promised him maybe another opportunity to begin to speak to the Igbo man. Imagine all those kind of speaking to Igbo man. The reason why I'm proud of Igbo man is because he can never order an Igbo man. Igbo man hustle by himself. He dare not tell Igbo man what to do. Then talk about the Tinubu president to commission the Calabar Coastal Way. You see, they are turning themselves, let me not put it in the way that it will look embarrassed, the people who don't know anything. You commission a road that they have not even gone to quarter. You can do there. Remember that the fraud killed about 100 in Niger State. So Tinubu are telling me, Mr. Mba, that the lives of those people are more greater than the road that he went to commission. Why is he not travel over there to condemn with the people, to have sympathy with the people? What are they telling you people? You people who believe in one Nigeria, that your life is not anything. Why is he not going there to condone with the people? And you want to commission a road that have not even gone to quarter. Are they telling you people are still free in this country? What are we saying? When I begin to listen to the Nigerian news, I begin to say, these people written at all. It's a shame. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Please keep your comments very, very civil, okay? 081-717-56338. Good morning.
Good morning, Ekamejide.
Good morning.
This is Chukwude from Suru.
Good morning.
All right. I want to let all Nigerians to know that the person involved in rigging election for the Senate president to be there is facing the consequences now. So for the person that will be told to snatch it and run, go there, scatter it for the next election. Let him be aware that once he's being caught, the consequences is only for him. Let the masses know. Let the youth be aware. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 0700 903 903 903. Don't worry, WhatsApp, I'm coming there. to take your calls and then read your messages, okay? Yeah. Let's just do this together quickly this morning. Hello, good morning to you. Welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Kalu, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Happy New Month to all Nigerians and to members of the OP. My name is Peter Monse from Shomolu.
Good morning.
Kalu, no water in Abuja. The gunmen abduct and kill some all over the country, no security. And then the government of Tinubu has the effrontery of using Nigeria's money to go and celebrate the commissioning of 30, not 300. The road is 700 kilometers, not 70 kilometers, 700 kilometers. And you do only 30 kilometers. And you go and waste our money because you sit down on top of our oil money and then nobody can ask you questions. Nigerians cannot buy drugs. You cannot set up drugs manufacturing companies within these 2 years. Nigerians don't have water. You can't get anywhere and get water that everybody has been talking about. Look at Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, no water. And you don't have the wisdom of providing the basic amenities for Nigerians, which is the sole responsibility of the government. And because you are the one controlling judiciary, control INEC, control everything in Lagos today, in Nigeria today, as if you will behave. I just pray for Tinubu that he will be in Nigeria forever. Let him continue to waste our money. His days are numbered. Nigerians will speak. We just pray. INEC will allow Nigerians speak. Judiciary will allow Nigerians speak. Come 2027, when God spare our life to get there. Except I am not alive till then. But if God will count me worthy to be alive till then, we will campaign. We will tell Nigerians, the Southeast, you don't need Tinubu. Nigerians, we don't need Tinubu. We don't need him. He should go and rest. He has tried for Nigerians. Governor, senator, and now at his own age, he cannot decipher between good and bad and do what Nigerians want. Just does anything. And he says Nigerians in diaspora. Who are the Nigerians in diaspora? They are their children now. The children of the politicians, the children of the elite that their fathers have destroyed this country to send them there and put them there. Those are the Nigerians in diaspora that are saying it should continue. No normal Nigerian, good thinking Nigerians will want this calamity to continue where you cannot eat. I'm annoyed this morning because of what I experienced yesterday. Look I just went and withdrew 5,000 naira in the evening. And before I know it, Uncle P, please give me this. Please give me this. I have only 600 naira this morning.
Thank you.
And then you want this man to continue?
Thank you so much.
God forbid. God forbid.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right, I might just be reading your messages alongside. Okay, Benjamin from Shogunle is saying, if Mr. President is saying economy is not in crisis, I ask, what is in crisis then? It's like Mr. President is not seeing the reality on ground. That is why he's saying the economy is not in crisis. I'm yet to see the reform of this government people are talking about. Hunger, hardship, poverty, insecurity increasing daily. People are talking about reform. What is so special in Lagos Calabar Coastal Road? Why is Mr. President commissioning the road that is just starting? Let's be serious in this country for once. Benjamin, thank you so much. We'll do more calls now. Good morning here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
I told you, move away from your radio set before you even call, okay? Mayor from Ikotuegbe is saying good morning to everyone in the studio. President Tinubu commissions on completed road project is very, very laughable and has no shame. The only one thing the Nigerian rulers know how to do is commissioning of roads year in, year out. Is it a crime if they give us 40 megawatts of electricity, or manufacturing companies that produces cars and other valuable companies that are into productions? Shameless rulers. Mayor, thank you so much. Okay? Yeah, thank you. Let's see if we could read this message again. June. Oh, really? Okay. This is this is not June. This is May. No, this is June, not May, okay? There, this is June. This is June. June 2nd. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning here. Uh-oh. Okay, please call back if you can. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Please, I want to correct your demand that you speak through the phone. Say that Nigeria is going to the graveyard. Nigeria has been buried for a long time. We have been buried. That's why Nigeria has been. This is the first stage. So you should not say that Nigeria is going to the graveyard. We have been buried. We have been buried. That's the fact. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, thank you so much. Aberdeen, leaders like Atiku, Erufai, and Amechi have held significant power, but their track records raise questions. What tangible progress did they achieve during their tenures? Their coalition appears doomed from the start, given their histories of controversy and corruption. I urge President Tinubu to stay focused, maintain transparency, and prioritize Nigeria's needs in his policies and programs. Thank you. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kalu.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, you are doing a great job. Particularly your last guest. I so much love the analysis. Yes, keep it up. Continue doing it. I want to touch on the what happened in Moko and Nigeria, the flood. I think the president is naive towards the plight of the people. Because this flood happening has been happening in Nigeria State. Every year it's happening. This flood killing people. And the president was saying the other day that PDP and Labour Party is missing. So people that are there, they don't have a life jacket, which is jump over to the people. But he refused to provide life jacket to people of Mokwa people. People that declare from PDP and from the Labour Party, they don't die because if vow trying to be considered going to provide protect the life of people and their property. And people are dying everywhere. Therefore, the people are so greatly. No stop up from it, stop down. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, it's a sad one. Such journey would have been done via flight. Coalition is a good one. I'm yet to see the effects. God bless Nigeria. Engineer Lawrence Ofuku from Igbo Ilerian said Kano auto crash is a sad one. Such journey would have been done via flight, right? It's really, really, really a sad one. May the soul of that athlete, the soul of the athlete rest in peace. Hello, good morning. Good morning here. What's your name and where are you calling from? Nigerians in diaspora endorses Tinubu for second term. And can we know the one of the Nigerians in diaspora that endorsed Tinubu? And for me, it is fake news. That's Leo. I'll give you a breakdown of that story. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, this is Mayor from the Kochire.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I've heard you say that the minister of Abuja, who is in Yamsomike, is returning water. Am I correct?
Okay. Let's hear you.
Are you laughing? Water. They are sharing water in Abuja. Hey, my God. Well, their own is better. Their own is better. Memory is better. You know what is better? In everything you go for ourselves. Buy phone, buy data, buy water, even here. What are we getting from government? What are we benefiting? Are they what are we benefiting? Nothing. You need a education by yourself. You need water by yourself. Security by yourself. Transformer, wire, plug, everything we do by ourselves. So the only people that we share water in the Buddha. Oh my God, like you. Oh, what
a country.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. That man is a very, very funny man. A very funny man. Okay, let me take you to that story. Nigerians living abroad have declared support for the second-term re-election bid of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Vice President Kashim Shettima ahead of the 2027 president election. Director of the defunct 2023 APC Diaspora Directorate, Mr. Adeomole, made the disclosure at a dinner last weekend at the Presidential Banquet Hall in Abuja. The proposal was seconded by other diaspora Nigerians at the event, led by Hajia Karishat, Anima Shanwa Jiboye, an APC chieftain and a former Lagos State governorship aspirant. That's what it is. So if you must know, Nigerians in diaspora have endorsed Tinubu's second-term re-election bid. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
My name is Obina.
Okay.
This coalition of 18, let me tell you the truth. Coalition or no coalition, nobody, even you there, you there, stand with Tinubu with clean and clean vote that will not win Tinubu. Nobody in this country that stand with Tinubu, let's do free and fair election that will not win Tinubu. All this mago, Nigeria in a diaspora adopt Tinubu for the second time. That is what we have started at the initial time. Connie, until you go to that post. Nobody, let's do free and fair election. Nobody cannot win. Even me talking to you now, if I contest with Tinubu, I will win him. I will win him with free and fair election.
Okay.
Nobody will vote him. He's not gotten any vote from any masses from Nigeria. Thank you.
So whoever challenges the president Tinubu under a free, fair, and credible election will win. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Good morning here.
Ikamijide, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, you have Mr. Mbabak.
Okay.
Ikamijide, another massacre in Benue, right?
Yeah.
I begin to ask Ikamijide, those Benue, Plateau, do they have representatives in Senate, in House of Assembly? Do they have people there? Those people they have there, they don't have shame. If it were Mr. Mba that in that Senate, and now from that particular local government that people have been massacred in Benue, Ikamijide, I will walk away. I will tell them eyeball to eyeball that this is not how a country has been run. Forget about the personality, forget about the money. Those people have Senate representatives, and they have even state House of Assembly, and they have federal House of Assembly. And yet, every week, every 2 days, you hear that people are being massacred. And those people have the guts to sit down in that seat. They can be told that this is not a country. This is not how a country runs. Okay. And each time I have sorrow whenever I had the situation or story about the headline news in Nigeria. Are we fools? It's a shame. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would love to read this message from Mr. Ugochukwu. He's saying, drivers' recklessness are the cause of 70% road accidents in this country. APC have planted their stooges in all political parties, but the masses will shame them. All these political sycophants should check their words before they cause serious unrest. Free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's how he ended up. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
Morning, brother. Happy New Year to you.
What you say?
My name is Dele from Ibe.
Okay.
I appreciate all our callers having talking about this country. Like, seriously, these our leaders, they were not shameful. No any reason, they don't have any shame. Because if they do have shame, bad things are happening. And some people who are sitting down there, they say they were eating dinner at the diaspora. I'm sure that food they eat that place is one that is stopping their brain. Because anybody that is in the right senses will not be endorsing this kind of presidency for next time. For what? What have we gained? They go ahead and be commissioning on completed projects. Buhari did the same thing now. Buhari did the same thing. They come and commission a train project at Marina in Lagos here. The train that just go from Marina to my two. Imagine, is it not 4 coach or 5 coach train? Is that a project? The train that's supposed to be conveying people to Badagry. They just did this to my two only. These people don't have shame. And God will punish all of them for them punishing us.
That's okay. Thank you so much. We will hear from those in the diaspora now. As regards Tinubu's endorsement. Okay? Yeah, I would love to hear from those in the diaspora. I think a couple of my friends will be part of this, endorsement. I think so. I strongly think so. I think so. But let's see what Franco Nero from the United States of America is saying. He said, if the APC-led federal government was doing such a good job, they wouldn't be pressurizing PDP governors to the camp. This APC government of 10 years is a monumental failure of immeasurable proportions. Meanwhile, the Benue state government must rise up to protect the citizens of the state by using security votes to purchase drones and modern technology to curtail the unwarranted killings. Nigerians must wake up and begin to choose the best of us to rule the rest of us to get the best from us. May God help and heal our land. Frank O. Nero from the United States of America. Yeah. Okay. Let me take some calls from those in the diaspora. Actually, yeah. I actually want them to call in at this time and let's really understand what these guys are talking about. Okay. Let me have you talk to Ross. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Judah.
Good morning, Prince Akwachi.
Good morning, Judah. I just picked an interest in that one when you said about diaspora. Which diaspora are they talking about? Okay? And the man representing the diaspora, whatever he called his name, he should say he and his family. Okay? I don't know what he's talking about. No goddamn person that I know is supporting any Tinubu. To me, to us, he's not even legitimate. So they should be ashamed of themselves. This is past 12 midnight, and I'm still awake. And somebody is gonna talk about, oh, the aspirants who are supporting Tinubu. Shame on them, liars. That's all I can say for now. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Prince Akwachi. He's saying that he's searching for those who actually did that. He doesn't know anything about that. But let's see. Let's see. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Chief's calling from my dad.
Okay.
Yeah. Diaspora, let me touch on that. I think there is no fast rule about that. Let our diaspora family of VOP, please give them ground, whether through WhatsApp, anything, let them try to tell us whether they are part of the diaspora people. That will settle that one. The final one I want to talk about is this Lagos Coastal Road to Calabar. Where is this road leading to? The one that they have commissioned. Let them tell us the villages that will benefit. Because that place, I don't know, they say is because of economic benefit. I only told who the job, pay 19 trillion. Maybe I'm thinking backwards. Maybe they think we didn't go to school. Maybe they thought that our grandfathers didn't pay for our school fees to read in the university. And the university they went, can they stand back to head with the University of Lagos? My brother, I'm annoyed this morning. Seriously annoyed. I wanted to stop him from calling, but because of the lot of my children and grandchildren. That is what is always giving me problem. Every morning I'm always afraid. I've never seen this kind of stuff in my life. About 60 years from this land.
Okay.
It is terrible. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you. Okay, what's the name? Ibezim is saying, yes, if there is a free and fair election in Nigeria, Obi will win Tinubu in Southeast and South-South, and also share votes in Southwest. Let them reform electoral and judicial system, okay? Let the federal government of Nigeria release Nnamdi Kalu. Have a blessed day too, okay? Let's look at this message. The spate of natural and man-made disasters in Nigeria, in Niger State, is getting worrisome. If not tanker accidents, it will be epidemics, and now the floods. The government must work on the floods, plan to avoid or to avert future occurrence. Also, the government must try hard to reduce banditry in the state. Osimwaji from Shasha, thank you so much. Pascal Chimeze is saying, good morning. Does it not surprise you that one of the achievements President Bola Tinubu advertised in 2 years was killing of 13,000 terrorists? Please, help me ask Mr. President, how many terrorists are still out there not yet killed? For how long shall we continue to live with them? And by the way, where do these terrorists come from? Who are those behind them? Nigerians want answers to these questions. Pascal Chimeze, thank you so much. Bro John from Isolo, the incessant killings in Benue State is becoming irritating. How can a country have a president and a governor, yet nothing tangible is, placed on the table to tackle this menace that leaves... what is that again? Oh, that message is missing. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I can call it back. Tobechuku is saying, good morning. I don't understand these killings every day by day. And these are not saying anything about it in 2027 and all of that. Visas, thank you so much. I am available. Let her come to me with the money. What are you saying? Coalition will be effective, and APC will be a total history if Peter Obi is made the flag bearer. Anything other than that will be a complete Christmas gift to APC, and the horror will continue. HRHBC Unwoko is saying that somebody is telling the Igbos to vote for APC and get more projects from Tinubu's administration. DK from Iba, thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning to you, Ikami Jude. Coming together is good, but the permutation should be Obi and Atiku to have a front force. Kilo from Barua. Okay, that's what you think. And then, what's your name? I always remember my daddy's adage that says anyone that have no shame on him or her will surely do bad things. Our leaders have no shame at all. That's why they engage in bad things here and there. What's a company called Nigeria? Whoa, really? I support all Mr. Peter Omonse has said this morning. Tinubu and his co-travelers have no shame. They travel and see what other countries are doing. But here, we roll out drums to commission roads and drainages according to Mr. Mba. It's a shame to this administration. Kenneth from NNPC, Ejigbo. 1 million to Kano accident victims. What a country. Is it true? Also, Aso Rock is running in solar, not NEPA? That Dick, today you know. Good morning, Jude. Nigerians. Please let Mr. Frank come physically and not by phone call. I think some of us wants to hear him well. Village man from Idimu is sending that message this morning. And then, good morning, Jude. Yes, Mr. President will quickly rush and commission the Federal Coastal Project because he is the chairman of the high-tech company. The worst is still coming, but God will deliver us from this problem. Matthew from Ijegun. I encourage all Nigerians to join hands together and push for the electoral reforms because you can't compete with officials of the match. John Hollis from Agopala's Way. Thank you so much. Overseas people come to Nigeria and vote, not talking on air. Youth stand out and all of that. Mr. Babu, thank you. It's pathetic that we have, as a nation, found ourselves in this mess. Imagine the likes of Ganduje, infamously known as Gandola, whose administration as Kano governor allegedly reeks of corruption. To high heaven, tell us to endorse Tinubu for another term, that we may have more federal projects, regardless the misery and hunger in which the people live. Femi, thank you so much. Everyone, I have to go now. I really, really have to go now. But let me just touch on this last one from Amechi. He's saying, good morning to you. My condolences to Kano athletes that die in accident. Wike rations water. Adilabu rations power, and so on. More things will be rationed under Tinubu. Diaspora had a banquet and thereafter endorsed Tinubu. I'm sure prayers were also sent to their pockets. No be pockets. Na email. Sycophants in diaspora. May God save our land. Some persons are saying they don't understand the diaspora actually. But you know what? By 10:30 a.m., we will come back and talk about all of these issues. All right? So many other issues we need to talk about, especially this diaspora endorsement and some other issues. And somebody is also saying that the Southeast should give Tinubu block vote and get more federal. Okay, we'll talk about all of this. All right? We'll talk about all of that. All of that will come much later. Re-elect Tinubu, get more federal projects, according to Ganduje and Deputy Speaker Kalu, who is telling the entire Southeast. Like I said, we'll talk about all of that later, okay? I'll be back here by 10:30. I love you all so much. And on social media, Ikami Jude. Ikami Jude. All socials, Ikami Jude. I love you all so much. I'll see you much later. Good morning to you.